Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Bob. So getting ready to make some Philippine travel here pretty soon. I made a couple of videos earlier about frustrations with Philippine travel, and I just kind of want to follow it up right now. So far it's looking so good, no frustrations. I've been hearing a lot about flight cancellations in America, especially with Delta Airlines. We're going to be on Delta while we're in the United States, and then we're going to be connecting to Korean Airlines. I am not too worried about Korean Airlines. I guess I'm worried about Delta. We got to be able to get to Los Angeles so that we can get our Korean air flight, go through Incheon, Korea, and then to the Philippines. Again, I've been hearing about a lot of cancellations, but it hasn't happened to us yet, thank God. We're excited about the trip. A few things that, if some of you have never made a trip like this before, but you're planning on it, some things that I wanted to bring up. Make sure that you have the money that you need, that you're going to need for cash. Make sure you've definitely got that in advance, and try to change some money in advance, or even if you've got some Philippine pesos that you can take with you if you need to exchange them somewhere, or at an international airport, you can probably exchange them and have some, so that as soon as you get there, you've got money for things like tips and small fees and so forth. That's one thing that I wanted to mention. The other is prepare for long trips. It's quite a flight, 3.5 hours from here to Los Angeles, and then 12.5, almost 13 hours to get to Korea. Short layover, and then about another 4.5, almost 5 hours to get to the Philippines. Make sure that you're prepared. Make sure you got movies on your laptop or on your devices, on your tablet, podcasts if you listen to them, things like that, that you got comfortable shoes on, that you got comfortable clothes, warm clothes. Sometimes the airlines make it pretty cold inside. One of the things, I've made a lot of international trips, and this is going to be my 6th or 7th time going to the Philippines. They make those airplanes cold, so be sure that you got warm dress, warm clothes on. And for me, I find that it's just a lot more comfortable as long as I'm not, freezing. The planes are big enough, the international flights, the planes are big enough that I can get up and I can walk around. I got to walk around. It's hard for me to sit still and stay in one spot for hours and hours and hours. They probably don't like me on the plane when I do this, and the flight attendants probably don't like it, and some of the other passengers don't like it, but I have to get up about every hour to an hour and a half, and I got to walk around. And sometimes I circle the plane 2 or 3 times. Some of these planes are big enough where they may even have a small lounge in the back, a small place where you can go there and sit. One Korean Airlines flight that I was on a few years back, they actually had a lounge, and they would sometimes come and bring you a drink, or you could go back and sit there and talk to whomever is on the plane and carry on a conversation if you want, whatever. When you go on these long trips, make sure that at home you've got everything taken care of. Make sure that you got emergency plans for whoever might be staying from your family that's staying at home. We've got that. We got emergency plans, and we've got plans laid in place for my son who's going to be here while some of us are going to be away. Make sure that you've taken care of all that. Write things down. Write things down for the people that maybe are staying behind and not going on the trip with you. Also write down information as to where you're going to be staying. Give the people at home your itinerary, where you're going to be, where you're going to be staying, the phone number of where you're going to be staying, and things like that, just in case for some reason there's no availability for calls right away by video call or by cell phone call. There might be another way, if you can leave instructions for them, another way that they can get a hold of you. So these are just a few things. I'm going to be recording the trip as we make it. I'll be putting more videos here on Real Talk with Bob throughout the whole time that we're going to be there and traveling. Not only the time that we're going to be traveling on the airlines and checking in at the airport and things like that, but I will be making videos. Me and my family will be making them during the whole time that we're in the Philippines, and giving you an idea of what we're doing and what we're seeing there and how it's going. So thanks for watching another episode of Real Talk with Bob. Please subscribe, like this video, check out some of the other videos that I recently put here on this channel. This channel is kind of new, but I'm trying to grow it. So let other people listen, tell them about the channel, like, subscribe, give me some comments, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.